Alright guys, today we're going to play as Bosnia, and we're going to form the HRE as a Muslim country. This was done before by Generalist Gaming, and I'm going to leave a link to that in the description. I need to credit small creators, you know. I'm going to start as the Ottomans here, it's kind of necessary for this run. And then I'm going to release Bosnia here, release as independent and play as them. And then I'm going to expel diplomats on the Ottomans here. I'm just going to build some iron mines, so we can establish our first company later. And the first tech I'm going to go for is corporate charters. And then I'm going to rival Serbia, Montenegro, Greece, and improve relations with some great powers here. Alright, and then I'm going to declare on the Ottomans here for southern Serbia. And I'm going to become a protectorate of Austria here. There we go, now Russia wants to join, so we're going to do conquer Dobruja. And then I'm going to add war goal of conquer Karadag here. Alright, war is started. So if we just conquer these two states and Dobruja, then we should win the war. So I'm just going to send my army over here so we can occupy Dobruja real quick. Okay, well we got Dobruja, so we can just defend now. The reason I didn't choose Albania, because it's going to be harder to occupy. And in my last few attempts, Austria did just white peace, since I am not a war leader. Alright, well looks like they should be ticking down now. Yep, they're going to go below 0. Alright, we kind of want to keep our autonomy high here, so we're just going to request some things that Austria is not going to give us, just to increase our autonomy and reduce relations. We're going to temporarily change our government to be something like this, so that Austria wouldn't grant us support regime. There we go, and then we're just going to change back. And we put the rural folk in government now, so we're going to go for tenant farmers here. And this war should be over. Yep, we can peace out. So now we have a coastline access. I'm going to set an interest in Italy, and then I will probably want to get investment rights with someone like either Russia or France. Nice, we got tenant farmers. So I'm just going to try and go for interventionism now. Oh, this Austrian power block is actually not bad because of the creative legislature. It reduces the stall chance. Shipyards in Bosnia and Montenegro. It'll just take 3,164 weeks, guys. Yep. Alright, our truce with the Ottomans has just ended. So I'm going to declare for Albania here. And then I'm just going to call in Russia with war goal to conquer Kars. And then I'm also going to conquer Skopje here, and that should be the war. But we should be fine, we should be able to hold, and then Russia themselves should be able to push. Alright, we can peace out now, there we go. So we're a little bit bigger. Holy crap, we're losing so much of our population. They're losing 74% of their population, what? Are we starving? We're not starving. Oh, these people are. Okay, because we have market access issues, so well. Nice, we can finally have our first company. So I'm going to establish the metal conglomerate here. And I'm going to go into industry rights to coal mines. I think I'm just going to grant this company access to trade rights. And it will be the only company that has access to it. Our company is expanding decently well. And it is constructing a lot from the private construction. We're just gonna conquer Montenegro here. It should be pretty easy war. Alright, we were able to get support independence from Prussia here for 25 years, so it should last quite a while until we actually need to until we actually go for our independence. Yeah, and we can get support independence from GB here for an obligation, which is kind of unfortunate, but it is what it is. And we can also get support independence from Belgium. So we redid our treaty with GB here, so we're giving them some monopolies and we got investment rights and kept our support independence. Alright, seems like we can call in Austria into our war. Their truce is over with the Ottomans. So I'm just going to declare on the Ottomans here. And then I added my war goal, so I'm just going to call in Austria with the obligation. So we'll conquer 3 states from the Ottomans here. I don't know why Austria just has these dudes chilling here. Like, you can just take your army, you know, and just move them along and send them to the front line. But, like, whatever, I guess. Alright, we peaced out with the Ottomans. So we're looking a little bit better. Alright, I think it's about time we grant this company their investment rights. And we should see maybe 1 or 2 regional companies pop up. Alright, we got 1 in GB. Our regional company HQ is about to overpass our actual company HQ. Seems like the German leadership war started. I owe an obligation to Austria, so I can't even go for my independence at the moment. And it lasts for 10 years? I thought it lasted 5. Oh my god. Looks like the North German Confederation formed. I don't know if any of you are going to see the bonus clips, but this is so much different of a run than my previous attempt. Like, oh my god. I'm not counting attempts like going back to save. I mean like restarting the whole run. In terms of that, I only had 2 attempts. And this is my second one. Hello? Why would I just give you a company monopoly? This is insane. I'm just gonna decline this. Oh my god, I have another love letter here. We're kind of exploding right now in terms of reinvestment. We're at 200k reinvestment already. Alright, we can have another company now. We're gonna do the Furniture and Glassworks company. And I'm gonna give it industry rights to logging camps. Oh my god, Enlightened Royalist again. I keep getting this event where I get Enlightened Royalist as, I think my heir. Or this is my heir. Okay, well, I guess Austria just wants to regime change me on, the same day pretty much. So I guess my laws have changed a bit. That's very cool. You know, I expelled diplomats and everything, but that doesn't do anything. I'm pretty sure it's the power block action thing rather than a subject interaction because of the ideological union. Alright, well I can go for my independence now, at least. So it's going to be me, GB, North Germany, and Belgium against Austria and Russia here. They might just straight up accept, but I do kind of want to win the war. Because I want to liberate Croatia in this war. And I want to conquer the Montenegro and then make Croatia primary. And that should be good. Okay, Austria back down. So Croatia is independent. And we have our independence as well. And we have a lot of shortages in our market. Okay. Alright guys, I forgot to press record for a little bit, but I just declared on Serbia here to make them protectorate. And then I called in North German Confederation with the regime change in Serbia. And then Russia just sided with Serbia. So just wanted to point that out. There we go, we won the war. So we have Serbia as protectorate. Alright, we're just gonna go back to state religion because I think that's better for the RP and for the screenshot. Looks like the North Germans are going for the unification. Damn, and they're just getting hugboxed by everyone. They still might actually win this though. Because oh my god, 500 units. Alright, I'm gonna get an alliance with Spain here. And then now I'm gonna declare on the Ottomans here. And they just back down. Oh well, that's fine, I guess. How? Wait, whoa, wait a minute. Why is there a frigate here? What is this? And I can't delete it or anything. Hello? What do I do here, guys? I just have a frigate in my army. If I disband the army, does it go to the navy? No, it just stays in my army. Okay. I don't think there is a way to delete this frigate. I don't know, guys. This is interesting, to say the least. Alright, I'm gonna declare on Wallachia here. Doesn't seem like anyone will side against us. Oh, Moldova did. So we'll just conquer them as well. Alright, well the war started, so I'm just gonna enforce military access on Serbia and then use that as a land border. Alright, there we go, we conquered them both. Why does this navy have 2 line infantry? What is this? I clicked on it, I'm like, why are there no ships here? But it says 2. It's because there's 2 line infantry in the navy. And then there's still the 1 frigate in the army. What is this patch? Is there a new patch and like new bugs or something? Am I playing unreleased version or something? Is this Victoria 4? This company is just not performing that well. Even if we grant it investment rights, it's only going to be France and Spain, and it's like not even contributing that much. So I think I won't grant investment rights to any other companies. Because, like, we already have so much reinvestment that we don't know what to do with. Alright, looks like I can declare on Croatia now, so I'm going to try and make them my protectorate. Actually, I'm going to test. Can I send these guys to the army, and will they fight? Yeah. I can have these frigates fight on land. This is actually funny. Alright, looks like they backed down, so we got Croatia as protectorate. I think it's about time I just build a navy. A real navy. Not one with skirmish infantry in it, but frigates and man-of-wars. Oh, we're major power now. And we can make protectorate on the Ottomans. Let's go. Yeah, so we're just going to declare on the Ottomans, make protectorate here. We're at 96 infamy, but we should be chilling. We'll just call in Spain with call ally here. And then Serbia joined against us, so we'll just reduce autonomy on them. Oh my god, make protectorate on Egypt would be 43 infamy. It does seem kind of worth it though. Maybe we just go colonization to reduce the infamy cost. Because it'll take a bit to form Yugoslavia anyways. We need to reduce Croatia's autonomy, which will give us 3 states, and then we'll need 2 states from Austria. It seems we can abdicate the throne here. So now we have a cautious dude. He's only 43 years old, so he'll probably live for quite a while longer, and he does have Enlightened Royalist, which means we will be able to get multiculturalism. We just researched human rights here, or maybe we just go... Okay, we got Ottoman as protectorate, but I think I'm gonna go steel frame buildings. Actually, I'm gonna go for civilizing mission. Civilizing mission is an important tech here. I'm not showing every single tech I go for, but it reduces infamy generation against unrecognized powers. So it is worth rushing for certain countries. Like if you're playing GB, it's worth rushing for, because there's a lot of unrecognized countries. There's like all of Africa if you want to go for it. There's kind of this whole region is unrecognized. Ottomans eventually, and then also China, and then Asia. So it's a very good tech. It just reduces infamy by 25%. Alright, we got the colonization tech. So we're going to want to bump that up for another minus 10% infamy. Because with the power block here, Colonial Offices 3 reduces infamy generation by 5% Colonial Affairs level. So we'd want to get that as high as possible. I guess after we get Civilizing Mission, it'll be better as well. Nice, we got Civilizing Mission. So I'm going to increase my Colonial Affairs. And after that's done, I'll go in on Egypt here. Alright, well, I'm going to declare on Austria here for Liberate Country of Transylvania. Then I'm going to return the Serbian state. I'm going to conquer Montenegro, and then I'm going to call in Germany. Alright, we peace out with Austria. Alright, I'm going to save scum getting this reduced autonomy on Croatia. Third attempt, I got it. So we should be able just to form Yugoslavia whenever. But we want to wait to reduce Ottoman's autonomy. And we also want to get Egypt as a protectorate now. Alright, so I'm going to declare on Egypt here for make protectorate. It's going to bring me up to 98 infamy, but we should be chilling. Just backs down. That's pretty good. So now is the part where we reduce autonomy on Ottomans in Egypt. So I'm just going to grant some states to the Ottomans here. And then I can reduce autonomy on the Ottomans. And then I'm going to grant states to Egypt. And then I'll reduce autonomy on Egypt. And then I'm going to grant a lot of states to Serbia. Alright, there we go. Serbia should own every single state that I can grant. The only states I can't grant away are capital states. Now I can probably just go to Journal and click this button and I'll integrate Serbia. There we go. I realize now I forgot to grant Moldavia, but it's fine. It's whatever. And I think we'll just try and incorporate every single state. Alright, well we should be pretty much set up population GDP wise to start going high infamy sometime soon. Probably 1900 or something. So I might just want to go straight for some texts that improve my combat ability. Oh yeah, and by the way, now we can see the Central Europe formable. So we can actually form it. We just need to conquer pretty much the majority of Europe and go high infamy, and then we're chilling. So light work, you know? Shouldn't be too hard. You know, should be very, very easy, you know. And Germany is like 5 times stronger than me right now. That's just Germany alone, ignoring all the other great powers. I'm just going to change my treaty to Spain here, so I no longer have an alliance. Alright, I'm pretty much doubling my army size so I can get an easy alliance with Germany. Okay, we got slavery banned. So I can finally go for multiculturalism here. And the reason it took so long is because that was my 3rd attempt at slavery banned. Nice, we got multiculturalism. So we should probably start seeing some mass migrations. Oh, here we go. Pretty much immediately we got one straight into Bosnia. I could probably change my religion law, but I think it's fine. I think I can handle a little bit less migration in return for, you know, being state religion Sunni, HRE eventually. I'm just going to go for a 25-year alliance with Germany. And then I'm going to declare on Transylvania for just the southern part. And we only need one state to form Hungary, which is the goal here. So I'm not going to take more than that. Alright, so we conquered the state we needed. So we can't form Hungary. Okay, that's cool. Alright, I'm going to declare on France to release Occitania here. And then we should be able to call in Germany into this war, and Spain will join against us. Alright, war started. Our navies aren't completely done, but they should be good enough to just try and land... to just try and naval invade spam Spain here. And we're just defending on every single front. We're not even going to push in. But what this does is it removed so many units away from the actual front line that we care about. Seems like GB lost India. Alright, and we can peace out with Spain as well. There we go. Yeah, so Spain just dropped like 150 units. So we're making quite a bit easier for high infamy. But Germany's still the real problem. And GB is close second. And the USA, I'm not sure how strong they are. Oh my god, they have like double my GDP. Alright, I'm going to declare on El Salvador here so that United States joins against me. And then I'm expelled from the British market, that's fine. Alright, so I'm just going to liberate some countries from the United States here. Make them a little bit weaker. They're at 231 units, 1,162 conscripts. They dropped down maybe 70 battalions, and then, oh my god, I forgot what they were before, maybe like 300 conscripts. So it wasn't that big of a difference, but, you know, kind of want to weaken them at least a little bit. I wouldn't say that was worth it. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't, but that was a lot of cost, and we're almost at our debt cap. And I'm going to go for laissez-faire solely for the minus 25% loan interest rate here. The socialists want me to go bankrupt, guys. They'd rather burn the country down than let us have fun. Alright, well the rev started. This should be incredibly easy, but incredibly annoying. Oh nice, we're in default, guys. Yay! We were able to get graduated taxation, so we're earning a bit more money now. Alright, now I'm going to form a power block before I declare my next war. And then I'm going to go aggressive coordination for the reduced maneuver costs. And then now I'm going to declare liberate country on Russia for Ukraine. Austria is likely going to side against us, so that should be good. And then we can call in Germany. And I'm just going to conquer 2 states from Austria so I can get a land connection to Germany. I'm going to liberate Poland as well and make that primary. And then I'll just call in Germany with call ally. Alright, we can peace out. There we go. Russia should be a little bit weaker, not that it really matters. And I think I'm just going to wait for chemical weapons till I go high infamy. And I kind of have a plan for that. I just want to completely overbuild my army. I'll build to maybe 2,000 battalions or something. And of course, I'm going to be in default, but with chemical weapons, it should be pretty easy still. Yeah, I'm just going to preemptively break my alliance with, well, not break, but just change my treaty so that I no longer have an alliance. Denmark, why would you do this? Alright, we're very close to getting chemical weapons here. So I'm just gonna declare an annex play on Switzerland here. Yep, looks like Germany sided against us, which is perfectly fine. We're just gonna wait a little bit. We're gonna wait until it's 70 days value, and then we're gonna add all our war goals. Just so hopefully, like, no other countries side against us. Alright, 78 should be good enough. Now we're just gonna add some war goals on Germany here. We're 241 infamy, so we're finally high infamy now. As you can see, yeah, now that I'm over 100 infamy, people really just want to side against me in this war. So if I started high infamy really, like, in the beginning, then GB would side against me. Oh yeah, they're getting wrecked. They're absolutely getting wrecked. Looks like the USA is trying to cut me down to size here. Yep, Russia sided against me. So I'm just going to add some war goals on Russia. Yep, Germany sided against us. So we'll just conquer some German land. Alright, we won against Germany. There we go, Russia capitulated, so I'm just gonna wipe peace with USA. And we're actually at peace now. I still need 10 more states. I'm just gonna be declaring on people. I don't think these wars are really too interesting. I'll probably just cut to whenever I form the HRE or whatever. Because, you know, it's just kind of repetitive. I'm just waiting for truces, declaring wars, winning the wars. It's not really nothing to see, really. Alright, guys. This is a key moment right here. We can form Central Europe, which I'm just going to click this button. And we're the Holy Roman Empire, and we are a Sunni country. So we kind of accomplished the goal we wanted to do. We're like #1 great power, #1 GDP. Oh, only #2 population. That's crazy. But I'm not going to end it here. Although, you know, I totally could. I don't think this screenshot is too pretty, you know. I'm just kind of expanding wherever, but I'm going to keep at it. Alright, here's a little update. It's 1931. We have most of the European borders we want. Probably just want to annex Portugal, this Eastern Andalusia here, maybe take these African states and this Gibraltar from GB, annex Germany, and then, I don't know, maybe one more war with Russia. Alright guys, it's late 1935, so we're at the end of the game. We have maybe like a few months left, but you know, what are we gonna do in a few months? And this is what we're looking like right now. We're looking pretty good. We own most of Europe. I was kind of too lazy to take GB, but you know, we could have, I guess. With our navy here, you know, our navy with no navy units in it, you know, just casual like 327 squad infantry in this navy here, 617 army units in total. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Japan sided against me, so I conquered Japan as well. I'll just show again, we are Sunni, and we're state religion. Oh, there's also one more thing I wanted to show you guys. We've actually been converting quite a bit of pops in the land we have. 20% of the North Germans are Sunni. But if we look at the overall map, you know, there's like some Sunni here and there, and some states we just conquered, but we didn't really hold it long enough. The end. Oh, you're kidding me, it was just a white piece. They're kind of occupying my capital very soon. And we're not going to occupy them in time. Hello? Oh my god, market unification. So I need to ask for... What? They don't want to give me market control. What? I have no market access. What do you mean you don't want to give me market access? They don't want to give me market control when I have 0% market access. That's actually insane. Because, like, it shouldn't matter if they own buildings in me, if I'm just completely separated from the market. Like, hello? Whatever, I guess. You know, that's cool. Oh, yeah, that's cool. Just 94% of our population is starving. Okay, it's only 87% of our population now that's starving. I don't know what it is with me in Yugoslavia and starvation. I played as Serbia and I was starving, and now I'm playing Bosnia and I'm starving. I don't know. This wasn't the plan. Oh my god. And GB has gotten an alliance with the Ottomans here. So I guess we'll have to wait until that breaks. Because I don't want to lose my investment rights with the GB. Oh my god, it looks like only manor houses and financial districts privatize things. Born to fight the Ottomans, but I live to see the hug boxes. Oh my god, it just wants to privatize silk and tea plantations, alright? Screw me and my companies, right? I don't understand this game. There's 7% success chance, 0% stall chance, and I still lose. How is this possible, guys? Oh my god, and we failed again. How? How is that possible? What? How? There's no stall chance. What's going on? How am I failing every single law? It happens once or twice, you know, that's whatever, but like 4 times in a row? Are you kidding me? It's like false advertising here. You think you're gonna get it for free and then you just stall with no stall chance. How? How is it another stall? What are you? Oh, I'm gonna go insane, guys. I'm gonna crash out. I'm gonna crash out. I'm gonna crash out. How? Like, how is that even possible? How? Is the game bugged or something? Am I just being trolled? There's no way, right? Come on. Please, please. Oh my god, thank you. Oh my god. And our companies aren't even privatizing. What's going on? Am I playing Victoria 3 right now? What is this? Why is there no privatizations? They built 1 building in a year, but there's 2.4 million investment pool. I think someone cursed me or something, because I don't know what's going on today. Just let me expand, please. Hello? Why do I have to be cock-blocked by GB and Prussia? I think we're getting super unlucky in this game, because we're not privatizing anything. Our laws are just impossible to get. I mean, we can't declare on the Ottomans. This is totally just going to be cut out completely, and this is not going to be a video. It's going to be a different run. There's no way this is the run.